Story time! You should learn dentist. A story. Yay! So welcome back, guys. Faith family here. The familiar faces are back. Huyu kwanza, you guys should make a public demand for her to be here more often. Yeah, so today we're doing a video. What's the title for today?
Adventism is boring.
Yeah, Adventism is boring.
Hata tu venye amesema tu.
It's boring.
No, you guys.
I didn't say, I didn't
No.
do that. That is just the topic.
That's the topic.
Yeah.
So let me put it as a question. I'll start with you who gave us the title. Van. Your view, honest view, like assuming no one else is listening to you, no one else can see you, is Adventism boring?
Of course, you know I won't say it's boring.
No, that is why I put it specifically. Assuming no one else cares what you say, and no one else can hear you, and no one else will judge you. Like your honest opinion, is Adventism boring?
Okay, my honest opinion, actually, it's not boring. It's not boring. It's not.
Boring.
You know, okay.
I mean, you've given your opinion, it's not boring. It's not boring for me. Boring, yes.
Oh,
I will explain why. Everyone has to explain why. Passive.
Okay. I'm just surprised. It's like you're waving at the camera.
Me? Why? Say boring.
Okay, anyway. For me, Adventism is not boring. It's very fun.
Sawa tu. Anyway, I have to be the first of you.
You told back to the okay.
Melvin?
It was boring, but
Oh.
you agree out of it. It was boring at first.
Wow.
Oh yeah, for me also it was boring. I think we mentioned that. I'm talking about the time when I was joining Adventism.
Oh.
It was really hard for me because
That is the face we are all talking about.
But
we're talking about parents.
That
Talking
is
about boring, currently it's still
no.
boring.
I mean, me, I'm talking about face value. If you look at Adventism on face value, like what's the first thing you see?
Okay, me.
It's what it is for like.
It's
If we say
You
it
know-
as it is, for example, assuming you're attending a church on Sunday, and you know the way those churches, or I don't want to say those churches, but these drums, they use instruments,
Yeah, they dance,
they dance and things like that, and then you come to an stage
on Saturday.
you can't tune him with you just still just standing there still
Be still.
Please, please.
the whole time, or you're just standing like it's. And I would say that for me personally, the first time when I came to an Adventist church, and also a Catholic church, I found it hard to follow the routine. Because first, ujui ni saa ngapi mtu anasimama, saa ngapi mtu anakaa, because during that time, I was so confused. Nilikuwa naona ni kama watu wanasimama mara mingi, more often.
And it's spontaneous.
So you're just like, unajua hii time ya sadaka, when people are singing, what's the song? The offertory response. We give them by their own. And this other song, for the pulpit, praise God. I was confused. I was wondering, which song?
In the normal routine, people are not supposed to be told to stand up because there are places you normally go and people just stand up on their own. So you're left behind.
You're just confused.
What's happening?
And then sometimes you have to stand like the main thing, you have to
Yeah.
stand, but throughout you're not standing. So for me it was a challenge. And then the way you're just standing still. You sit still, you sing a hymn. The only instrument that is there in most of the churches is a piano. So, yeah.
What's the difference piano keyboard?
Let's
not argue.
A piano has strings. A keyboard is this electrical.
Keyboard. Anyway,
You'll tell us.
Kizungu nyingi. So, one thing we all agree is face value, Adventism becomes boring.
What people say.
What it is.
What people say.
What people say.
Yeah.
Okay, she was not there when we did the video of how we became Adventist, so I want her to answer this question. Were you born into Adventism, or were you, is it converted to Adventism?
Actually,
Let's hear what you
I just
are.
told you. Okay.
let me see.
I'm gonna finish this theory.
I didn't have a religion.
Oh, Betty, story time. How are you? How did you come to Adventism? Nice. Where things are just falling like.
Let me see. I joined Adventism in 2006 when I was still, I think I was 8 years. I can't remember properly, but I was young.
When you alikuwa hata kujua miaka yake, you can calculate.
No,
Secrets have been
I
told.
think. I think.
Yeah, you
I'm
think.
just guessing. I can't remember.
So you can also think.
Yeah, so there was this, we were staying in an homestead. Is it a homestead or an homestead? A homestead where we had there was one of jirani wetu kwa Adventist. So Sabbath came and we were still in the house with my mom and my bro were just there. Like, Mama nani, si tuendeni church, tuendeni kanisa. And Mama was like, kanisa. Leo ni siku ya kanisa. We left home. We came from the rurals. And there was this religion that this how can I? They call them the last call. You know them.
Wait, is this the
The
one
one
that
I was
the
telling
lady
you,
was
yeah.
like, oh, it's like.
They also believe that.
The first time you were wrong, so first na hero.
No, but I know her story. So I know your
Yeah,
story.
I
But
know her.
she told me.
But she started
we did a
with-
video. We did a video. It's just that you weren't there, but we did a video.
Oh my god.
So, which we never posted.
Yeah.
But this, wait, the last.
The last call. They call them the sijui mwito wa
Mwito wa
mwisho.
I saw you translate to English.
So this church basically
They actually
serve the same way as Adventists, only that they wear uniform.
Oh, that's the way white.
Yeah. They keep the Sabbath.
Like, I know they also have pathfinders.
Really?
I saw
Like
some.
you see, this lady was telling us that they do everything that we do, only that
Except
for
the
them they are more
dressing.
strict.
Yeah.
They're more strict than us. In that you have to cover up, you have to put on the same dress, like everyone wears the same thing. Yeah.
So I can imagine Jobina.
What we do?
Actually, if you're in there, you enjoy the dress code.
But you see,
Yeah.
sometimes simplicity makes
Yeah.
life beautiful. Sometimes we normally like wearing different kind of
Wait,
clothes.
Tabu kwanza before we go further, I feel like to me digress.
Yeah, like we're still on point.
Yeah.
So
No, I was finishing.
she was finishing
Yeah.
up, sorry.
So actually my grandmother is in that religion. So we didn't ever know there's a religion called Adventism or the XDA, I didn't know. So when that was in Kisumu. So when the neighbor told us that let's go to church on that Saturday. So when I went to church, I was still young, and there was that sweet, soft, calm welcome, and I felt at home, the Bible study, the classes of the adventure. By then I was still an adventurer, was so welcoming. The Bible studies I felt at home, and I just never wanted to look back, and I was in. That's the way I joined Adventism. Yeah, and I've never regretted actually.
Beautiful. I guess that's why she gave her opinion that for her Adventism is not boring.
It's not boring.
So I ran away from Val. So, Nelvin, first of all, for you, Adventism seemed boring at the start. So, what has changed over time that makes you feel like Adventism is not boring for you?
Over time. See now you get used to the routine. You start just.
So, you guys are boring with
Unajua ukishazoea na routine unaonanga essence yake, unaona essence yake mbona inafanya, mbona tunasoma hapa, mbona tunaimba, mbona ina kelele in short. So me over time, as a fact ndio tulikuwa touch ya PhD. Sisi ndio tulikuwa tunapiga kelele hadi majirani. Ndio praise worship watu nane mnataka mkisikia sana. Ndio ilikuwa kama praise. First PhD was more strong, more entertaining. We had picture kuja kuhubiri. By the time unakuja kuhubiri una feeling hadi kitu ndio unabiri na hiyo worship. Sasa hiyo sound kabisa. But so SDA ukikuja mara ya kwanza utakaa pastor na kujibu tu amen. But over time hadi siku hizo akasema amen. But over time niliona tu value yake. I came to understand why we do what we do. Yeah, that's for me why it was boring.
Wow.
So, yeah. Stacy, so for you, Adventism has never been boring. It was. It's
from the beginning, I think I mentioned it in another video that I didn't want to become an Adventist at first.
You didn't
like the first time.
You've never mentioned.
I did. Okay, nikisoma nilienda church alafu nikaambiwa tu hizo vitu. And then I used to hide because I didn't want to be seen in a dress because everyone would just know I'm an Adventist and I didn't want that. But I was still a strong Christian at that time. Only that I just sikuwa vitu, like Adventism and all that. But the time when I decided to become an Adventist, I never ever regretted it. So lako ilikuwa gani hata?
Okay, no, like afterwards, like why don't you regret being an Adventist? Basically, that at first you felt like it was.
Okay, so I'd say that first, the music, in that. I don't know if you've ever felt homesick. At least you go SD, school, SD, whatever. Like you had church in Liches. Well, I don't know. But in my school, it was a Catholic. I was in a Catholic high school, and I used to play the drums.
Wow.
And I was in the liturgical committee.
Hey. She's not even influencing, she's just saying. Some of us were incognito.
So,
atuwashiriki wa kanisa hamjambo.
So, at that time, I loved the songs that were sung. I appreciated them, but only I don't know how to explain it. You love the songs that were sung. I love the songs that were sung. In school, I appreciated them, and yes, they brought me closer to God, but there's that longing for me to listen to SDA songs. And it wasn't the way when you say SDA songs, you just relate it to Uwanjani choir. Uwanjani choir? Yeah. Oh my God, this big churches and the way
Big
they sing in the choirs. No, it's just the way you come together and sit in church and sing in perfect harmony. Perfect, like the song is it just blesses you, it blesses your soul. So for me, that's one thing. Two, just how the church is generally. From the time you're born into an SDA maybe household, I'm guessing. I never got a chance to go through all that. But imagine from the time when you're a kid, Adventurers Club. And then Adventurers, and then you join
Stacy, you think that life is sweet?
It's so sweet.
No, I'm not talking about. You forget about maybe. Come on, it's sweetness you're thinking about, like from maybe your family. But I'm not
just that feeling of being an adventurer.
But I'm just saying that sense of belonging.
Oh yeah.
That sense of belonging in
the
that.
sense of belonging
I just
space.
if you look at Pathfinders, I mean, sometimes I'm just looking at them, I'm just like, Yenny, you guys want to come to church on Sunday. Kids usually beg to come to church on Sunday, and you're just like, Yenny, you don't want to sleep, you just want to come to church. So, that sense of belonging, and also as ambassadors, I mean,
like you send them home and they don't go home.
And then all of us were ambassadors, and that is how we came to come together. And then now from here we youth. Oh, by the but now we're youth, and then from there, we'll just see where it goes. But and SDA church
Gives you
somehow forms this community that you grow with.
Yeah.
Like nimeona ni mtoto akikuwa. Baby, until now.
it's me.
Yeah.
For me, I'll say growing up in this faith, I'll say building, for me it's maturing in faith has made me see the benefit of being an Adventism rather than being out there and being out there basically. Like I won't compare being an Adventist to being in any other religion. Okay, per se, I don't know any other religion.
Faith.
Any other faith. I've been in this faith since I remember. But for me, growing up and learning has made me embrace what it is for me to be a Christian. I have embraced it, and honestly, there are times there is a stage everyone gets to that you question your religion, and I have had a lot of those moments, and for me, like time has taught me a lot. So I'll say time has changed a lot for me over the years. I think Val answered the question I'll ask. Oh, you have anything to add?
So let me ask a question to just everyone. If there is one thing you could change about Adventism, what relates to Transia to one thing.
Me, I won't have anything to change. I liked it. I started to like it.
What?
If there's one thing, I'm assuming you can change it.
Me, I can't change.
No.
It's just
For me, one thing I'd like to change is at the moment, but not like the original idea that Adventists, like the people who pioneered Adventism had. But right now, if I was to look at the church and be like, what is one thing that I want to change is how we've made the church become like it was not something that we did. Like for us, it's a routine, and it's not something that we normally take our time to really think about it. We have, like wake up at all, go to church, car, someone.
Wait, so what do you want to change?
Not even it's not even Adventism will be changing. It's our mentality about how we take the Sabbath for. That is what I will change.
Okay, to me, what I would long to change. I don't know if I'm in that
category.
Yeah, not category, but in the position to change it because I think it's spreading so fast. But I think we're beginning to be reluctant. Like Adventists are beginning to be reluctant in so many things. The Sabbath, dressing code, so many things. There are the health reforms and the foods we should eat. Yes, I know it takes time for someone to get reformed, right? But there are just some things that we've been reluctant about. I can remember in the past days when I was growing up, there are some things that you couldn't do while the elders were there, Or there's just, I think, the good old Adventism I think it's dying.
There's that family, I mean, for me, when I was a kid, like, coming to church was,
Compulsory.
not compulsory, compulsory. There was a time I will push myself to go, like, there's like a clique, like, there is this was saying, like, when you have your friends and you long to be with these friends, like, you long for Saturday African and certain people. Like, Saturday will give you some warmth and kuna kajoto tu kalikuwa kanakuja nayo. Like, it's been a while since I felt that, like, as it's been a while since I felt that, but
You should be feeling it
nah, I'm feeling it. Hey, don't you like still cold? Yeah, there is the way, like, like the way people normally say, like, Africans are communal. Like, over time, Africans have missed being communal. Like, tumeanza kuwa, like, people live ile familia na ile familia nani, but hiyo joto, like, there is that benefit that comes with having family friends, a lot of family friends, which over time we are losing, because honestly, let me not get.
But do you think there's so many things that we still hold on? Are there things that we're still holding on to?
Like,
as much as there's reluctancy in the church, but do you think there are things we're still holding on to?
And let me answer that. I think mostly church hurts.
Church hurts.
Yeah, in that, if you're hurt by someone in church,
People hold on to it.
You hold on to it too much that it affects your entire relationship with everyone you formed a bond with in church. I don't know if that makes sense, but if you think about it in the sense of maybe if Job wronged me or Melvin wronged me, then I would want to, separate myself from this person or this person. And then by doing that, if both of us, or if it was Melvin and I, if we had a very strong bond, and at this point I decide to, cut off all ties, and if this was my go-to person, he came to church, trust me, when I'm going back, I won't feel like it was as home or safe as it was before, because I feel like I've lost a part of me. That's true. Let it flow.
Let it out. It will be home.
But what I'm trying to say is, if you've fallen out of friendship with someone, with a person, then it somehow makes you drift a bit, from the church. And before we also go further, there's this thing as I was mentioned today. Sijui kama watu walikuwa wanasikiliza kanisani, but I'm looking at.
No, Stacey knows why she's pointing at me, because she knows she ran away from duties that were appointed to her. Hey, it's fine.
There's something that he mentioned, and it was related to calling sin by its name. That nowadays, someone can come to church. It's what you're just basically saying. Someone can come to church, and I know the Bible says that you need to come as you are, but sometimes as Christians we take advantage of that. We keep saying, Christ,
Mungu anaangalia
let me tell you.
I wish I made this comment on the lesson we were doing. I think I had highlighted that comment on disadvantages. There is something about ice. We should do an episode on chapter 31 alone.
Yeah.
I feel there is.
So, when people say that, or hold on to that part that Christ looks at the heart only, out of the heart flows everything else. So if in your mentality you're like, I can do whatever I want with my hair, I can do as many piercings as I want, I can dress however I want, I can put on ripped jeans and come to church, things like that. Sometimes you need to question yourself, who who are you trying to glorify? If someone can look at you and say that, wow, I like how simple this person is. I like how they put themselves out. It will change a thing in them, because they'll be like, I think this person is a Christian because look, things like that. But if you're like, oh, come as you are, Jesus looks at the heart, I don't need to do all of these things, I'll come with a V-neck, some things are just too extreme, and rather than glorifying God, you find that you're causing men to sin, really. So,
Men can't
just looking at you,
Men can't do women sin.
Eh?
Can't a man make a woman sin?
They can.
No, that was just an example.
I mean, I was just trying to say, people make a big fuss about how ladies dress, and people
They forget
about men.
But I remember there's a time where someone was, no, let me not mention that, but it was just a complaint from the ladies that this and this person is, the way they're dressing is not, it's not good. I don't want to go further because I think.
But men fall for appearance more so. Basically, it's our fault. But the comment I like to make, because I know to keep postponed, I won't make this comment. The comment is, when Christ calls you to come as you are,
It changes us fully.
you come as you are, yes. But we have to see progress. Like, that change has to happen. If you consistently remain to be outward, what happens in the heart has to appear outside. Like, you need to bear fruits. Like when Christ says, like, how do we say, you'll know them by their fruits. Fruits appear outwardly. You can't say that fruits zangu like, it has to manifest outwardly too. So, and it's a commission too. We are commissioned to go out there and preach to others. So you can't be outwardly looking like an earthly person and still proclaim to be a Christian. So your outward expression has to reveal what's inside for others to see. You're supposed to be a light on the tower. Hey,
There's something that we learned last year, 10 years. What was the theme of the company? Reformation. Something Reformation. It was
Reformation, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
revival and reformation. Yes. So, bado ulikuwa unafikiria. Stop lying to people. So, for revival and reformation, when you're called, the previous lesson was just Jesus is calling, or Jesus calling.
Yeah, you're called.
Once you're called to be a Christian, or you've received that calling, we get reformed. And from us being reformed, we get transformed. And so people miss that transformation part. You can't fully become a Christian if you're not transformed. And being transformed comes from, you're transformed in, how you think, how you talk, how you dress. Like each and every aspect of you should change, should be transformed. You're not the same person. That's why when they say you're going to be baptized, the old is, you're baptized as a new person. Everything about you changes. Not your physical, your face will change. I'm not digressing. Oh, yeah. But anyway, that's my point.
Officially, we regressed. We lost the title for you, but that's a whole sermon that we've given there. But
the title will be Candid Conversations. Conversations with us.